She had a little bit of a rough go last game in the first quarter, but she's still very capable of bringing the ball up the court, and that does allow me to play the two, which, that can be good. We can go back and forth, Sometimes she's the two, sometimes I'm the two, same with the one. They put a lot of pressure. I'm sure their game plan is to put a ton of pressure on me for 40 minutes, which is okay. So T can relieve that for me sometimes, and hopefully me for her as well. So it's something that we've been doing all year long, and I'm sure we'll continue to do it. Just kind of flip back and forth.
Can you talk a little bit about the difference having Cheryl back in the starting lineup made for y'all?
Cheryl was great tonight. Not just the points were great, the steals were even better. Her presence. She's been here. She knows how to win. She's Cheryl Swoops, and she brought that intensity, and she really led us tonight vocally, by her play. I can't say enough about Cheryl Swoops tonight. She really was the difference maker.
And then also, what about Yolanda and her play inside?
Yeah.
I want to add to Camille on that too, as far as holding to Parker.
Okay. Yo is always going to give you that. Yo, man, she's just so tough. Defensively, in terms of rebounding, always guarding the other team's best player. She puts in work down there, and she's tough. She's a tough person to go against because, once again, it's Yolanda Griffith. She knows what it takes, and I think she did a great job tonight on their post players. I mean, it's hard to stop them, and the fact that we held them to 10, 11, 11. I mean, that's definitely a credit to Yo, to Camille. I thought Camille really plays to her advantages. Her advantage is that she is quick for her size, very quick. So when Parker tried to put the ball on the floor, which she's very good at, Camille was able to kind of stay with her. She used that quickness very well. I mean, God, we played very well tonight in order just to. I mean, I know the score is 14, but it got close down there at the end. And like I said, we played very well tonight just to win this game. We're going to have an even better effort in Game 3 because I know LA, they're going to be coming out. Man, they're going to be very tough to beat in Game 3.
So do you guys need to use a three-point shot more like you did tonight as a weapon? I mean, you guys stopped some of their rallies with a big shot like that.
Threes just kind of come. When they're there, they're there. When they're not, they're not. It's not like we designed specific plays to get them. People were open and they were able to knock them down. Of course, if we're open, we're going to take those looks. We have a lot of capable people of hitting those threes and people when they come in the game. Katie, Cheryl hit a bunch tonight. So when they're open, we're going to take them. Cool. One more? Okay.
Just wanted to know, as far as the last 3 years go, how much of that is kind of motivation going into Game 3?
Absolutely. We've been knocked out of the first round way too much, 3 times in a row. Not a good feeling. Right now we're in a good spot. Game 3, it's going to be hard, but the one thing we do have is we're on our home floor. We'll take these next day and a half or so to rest. A lot of people are banged up. I'm sure it's the same for their team as well. So we'll see what happens in Game 3. But we don't want to end the season. Not yet. Thank you. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. All right, well, opening comments. We did not play well, and the Storm played great. I thought they did a great job of really executing their offense, and we did a pretty good job defensively, but our offense was pretty much out of sync the whole game, so we definitely got to do a much better job of executing our offense in order to win Game 3. Any questions? Yes.
Gary Washburn, Seattle Post-Intelligencer. In the first half, was it their defense or a combination just poor shooting on your part, on the team's part?
I think both. I think they had great defense. You have to give them a lot of credit. They came out really aggressive. It was a very physical game. I'm not sure what we expected, but it was a super physical game, and I think that it took us a while really to adjust to that. But with that said, we've got to do a much better job of just moving the ball around. We know that they want to stop myself, they want to stop Candace, they're going to send the double teams and the triples and all that. But we just got to do a better job of moving the ball around and finding open players. Feel free.
Okay. Do you guys have to play a little uglier? I mean, they played ugly and they won ugly. Do you guys have to kind of play ugly with them a little bit?
Yep, we have to. We have to continue to match their intensity on both ends of the floor. And like I said, they played a lot more physical, and we've got to step up our game and get a lot more physical. I was just telling Candace, when you get to the playoffs, the rules kind of change, and it is what it is. And calls that she usually gets, she didn't get, and so we just got to make that adjustment. Keep fighting through it and playing hard. Anybody else?
Kevin Pelton, storm.WNBA.com. You talked about Candace there a moment ago. To what extent did frustration sort of set in terms of the shooting and the physical play, that sort of thing?
Well, it's not so much frustration. It's just it's a different game, and you don't really know until you get involved in it. For whatever reason, the rules of how we play in the regular season just kind of go out the door, and you just got to play through whatever it is. And that's something that we got to do. We got to make that adjustment, especially being on the road. Anybody else?
I think it was encouraging in the second half. You guys made instead of kind of dying and waiting for game 3, you guys made a run and made them a little bit nervous. Is that encouraging?
Yes, for us, and that's exactly what I tell my teammates. We got to pick up where we just left off at. And now that our backs are against the wall, it's going to be a bigger fight for us to come out and play strong like that for the whole game and not just wait till the second half. And we can do it. We can do it. We feel confident about it, and it was good to end the game the way that we did. And we just feel like that's exactly where we got to pick up and just stay aggressive from the start.
One more question?
Dana Squires, Mix 96. Do you have some comments about playing in Key Arena and the atmosphere of the crowd?
I don't mind playing here. I think the crowd's great. Whether they're chanting Beat LA or just chanting it all, we kind of, in some moments you zone out so you don't really hear much of it. And then the other times when you hear Beat LA, we're so used to that chant that we feel like that's for us anyway. So in some ways right there in the fourth quarter, they kind of helped us a little bit. But the crowd here is great and the fans, so nothing, you can't complain about that. We appreciate their support. Okay, thanks guys.